Hi, I'm Spektral, and here's an indie game dev tip for you. Learn from mistakes. Learning from mistakes is a crucial part of game development. By understanding what caused a mistake to happen, we can avoid making similar mistakes in the future. Some mistakes create obstacles that are small and easy to overcome, while others can create obstacles that have a huge impact on how a game turns out. One way of learning from these mistakes can be by overcoming these obstacles. An example of this is when you're having problems with compiling a script. Something as simple as misspelling a variable might result in an error in the console window, and it can be frustrating when you're struggling to identify the problem. But when you finally solve the problem, you'll get a satisfying feeling of accomplishment because you overcame what then seemed like an obstacle, and you also learned some new knowledge. So by learning from the mistake you made, you can then avoid making similar ones in the future. Another way to learn from mistakes is to reflect on mistakes that other people have made in the past. For example, on Reddit, you can find several posts from other game developers where they reflect back on what went right or wrong with their own projects. This type of reflection can be the key to future game development success, because learning from other people's mistakes can help you realize what actions are necessary to make your own game even better. In some cases, there can also be a positive outcome of the mistake itself. This is what we call a serendipity. An example of this can be an interesting bug that occurred when you were making your game that sparked new ideas and made you steer into a new and better path for your game development. This is what happened to the development of Grand Theft Auto 1. GTA 1 started as a game called Race and Chase, but under development a bug occurred that made the route finding of the police cars act completely off. The police cars started ramming into the players instead of doing what they were supposed to, and for the players, it made the gameplay experience more dramatic and exciting. Had it not been for this bug occurring, and the developer learning from this mistake, the gaming landscape today would probably be very different. So in conclusion, making mistakes aren't always a bad thing, but it depends on the magnitude of the mistakes and on how you look at it. Some mistakes are small, while others are irreversible. But it always helps to keep an analytic viewpoint of the mistake, so you and others can avoid making the same mistake in the future. By learning from mistakes, you can turn a negative situation into a positive one, and you can then steer development of your own game into creating something even better. Thanks for watching this video. I'd appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more indie dev tips.